which means never. I'll never do that. Causing me to stumble. Anointed. I feel led. Water it down. Discerned. Redeemed. Redemption. Mission. Ministered to them. Entire sanctification. They're going to ask me about that one next week. How do I feel about entire sanctification? That simply means becoming more like Jesus. It's all Christianese. It's not helpful to speak in a language that people don't understand. The churches that are growing by leaps and bounds today, like Fountain Springs in our community, 100 people a month are being baptized. They have a secret, something they discovered. Are you ready for the secret? Mm-hmm. They speak English. They keep it simple. They speak in a language that the average unbeliever can understand. For instance, we might say, Sam's going to give his testimony this week. You should come to church. When's the last time, outside of the Christian realm, that you heard the word testimony being used? Probably never, right? How about, this is what Fountain Springs would do. Hey, Sam and his wife are going to tell their story this week. How God changed their life. So we need to maybe dumb it down, would be a good way to put this. So testimony, and we're going to do a little game, I guess, in a couple of minutes. We're going to take some words, and we're going to try to change it into a language that people can understand. Jesus did use parables, but not to confuse us. He used parables to make us think and to make what he was saying interesting. How to be a good witness to Jesus? Your life is how. Your life should reflect what God has done for you. Homosexuality, yes, it's a sin. But you show it by not being a homosexual. It's that simple. Drunkenness, yeah, it's a sin. But your witness is not being a drunkard. You don't have to tell people what they're doing wrong. They'll see something different in you. Every person outside of services like this that Deborah and I have led to the Lord, almost every one of our employees, and we've had dozens and dozens, just saw that there was, no matter what happened, if business was down, somebody got hurt in our family, they used to come and say, why do you seem so at peace all the time? And they put it together. They put it together that I didn't swear. I didn't tell them that they couldn't swear. They just put it together eventually, and then they didn't swear. And eventually they would always ask the question, what church is it you go to? I'd like to go. We'd love to have you. That's how easy it is to witness. It's not a big formula. We don't need all those big words. You want to study the Bible to show yourself approved. Absolutely. That's not what I'm saying here. But when you speak out in public, what I am saying is use modern day language. To be a good witness, we just need to tell people what's going on in our world, what God has done for us. We don't need to debate dinosaurs, pre-trib, post-trib, no-trib. It's not important. Don't ever waste your time arguing about religious things. Why would you debate tongues with somebody, whether we should or shouldn't do it? It's a waste of time. When somebody tries to engage me, sometimes I bite, especially in school. But when somebody tries to engage me in one of those debates, religious debates, I try to always change the conversation to, isn't Jesus neat? Man, I'm so glad he loves me. And just get it back in that direction. How he's made a difference in my life. I try to change it to how my life has changed since I started following him. Sometimes I'll tell things I've witnessed. Sometimes I'll tell about a miracle I've seen. Also consider this, as we go in the community and witness, and as God sends, because I see a lot of empty seats. They will be filled one day. I know that I know that I know. And as he sends people, we need to remember this sermon. And oftentimes, even if we're going to quote the Bible, to say to somebody, well, 2 Corinthians 2:19 says, you might want to put it something like, Paul, an early Christian leader, says this in the Bible. Make it simple. Don't make it so confusing. Okay, Dick, would you come up and help me? So I'm going to ask you